Hi Virgo, I'm Pam and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for April 2017. This month I laid out the 5-card Rainbow Tarot spread for you using the Aquarian Tarot deck. And remember, these are general readings, and to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. This video is for Virgo Sun, Virgo Ascendant, and Virgo Moon. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign to gain more insight and information, because some months they will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. If you would like to get a continuation of this reading, Virgo, where I'm going to look into my crystal and get additional messages for you from my spirit guides for April 2017, you can access these videos by clicking on the link below in the Show More section, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for April 2017 crystal readings for download and purchase. You can also get the other videos I've recorded. Actually, these were for the year, which is New Beginnings and Endings, Psychic Tarot and Crystal Reading for the year of 2017 for each sign of the zodiac, where I'm using 2 different tarot decks, one for the beginnings, one for the endings, and concluding it by looking in my crystal. And these videos are 20 minutes long. You can access them by clicking on the other link below in this video, or you can go to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com, clicking on the videos tab on my menu and going to page 9. It's a drop-down menu, and there you will see the headings for these videos I've mentioned here. So you just click on your sign and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. All that being said, Virgo, now onto your reading for April 2017. I'm going to start by saying here, out of all 5 of your cards, you have all 4 are major arcana. You only have 1 minor arcana card here. So it must be an important month for you, Virgo. Here's the first card you have is the Death card. Now, Death card to me usually symbolizes transformation, something ending so something new can begin. Sometimes this is a card that's symbolic of if somebody that you were close to has already passed away. But to me, it wouldn't be predicting one coming. It's usually if someone has already passed. I hear you're traveling through uncharted new territory and new waters for you, Virgo. You may have been feeling for a while like you can't complete anything, which may be the waters you're not familiar with, or untraveled waters, because I feel like to me, your energy feels a little scattered, or you're distracted by a couple of different things going on, and therefore you may feel like you're starting tasks and not completing them. Or, you get it right to the end and then you don't finish right at the end. I don't know. It comes up here for some of you Virgos with the Death card. I feel some of you that may feel out of sorts are going to start to take some kind of classes. And for many of you, I see this as a yoga class, an exercise class, could be Tai Chi or a self-defense class, or kickboxing. I mean, anything. It could be cycling. I feel it's physical for most of you. But it could be any type of class. So I see this as kind of like the remedy or therapy for if you've been feeling scattered or not being able to finish tasks. So like, it seems like the solution for you. Like there's some energy that's pent up or frustrated in you, Virgo, that you need to clear out, move on with, get moving on. Okay, this is another unusual message. I feel some of you Virgos are starting to realize that maybe you've been putting people in boxes, like in categories, or you may have been too critical or judgmental of some people in your life, or, it could be anybody, coworkers, family members, children, grandchildren, your significant other. But I see you like being aware of it. Like all of a sudden you get this, maybe you hear yourself say something that sounds critical to someone, and it dawns on you like, wow, I've just been going through a spell where you've been either really compartmentalizing people, or maybe a little judgmental of people, or like, a little critical, like some things you were saying, maybe like kind of critical, but it seems like it dawns on you and you start to wonder why. I really feel a lot of it is because things have come at you in different directions, or your mind has been going in different directions. And I do feel, again, I feel you need some kind of physical release, even just walking. It doesn't have to be going to a gym and taking a class, but you could also expand this energy and expend this energy if you were to even take other kinds of classes of learning. I feel that would still stimulate you enough to get this pent-up energy in you out. I see some of you feeling like you have to make an important meeting or date with someone. Now, this could be a new date, a new love opportunity, maybe somebody you meet online or somebody you get introduced to, but it could be a date of another kind, like, because also the words needing to drive by and stop by and see somebody was also connected to do with that. So you maybe need to have a meeting with an ex, or a meeting with your boss, or some other kind of meeting. But for some of you, I do feel this meeting is important, whether it's personally or professionally. Either way, it feels like it's an important meeting. So the next card you have here, Virgo, in your reading is the Judgment card. And this to me is, what do we think about this? How do we feel about it? What's the word? What's the proclamation? How are things going to go down? And how's it going to affect everybody? I feel some of you have a lot to say, and you could be making a declaration of love to someone, or some bold or important announcement or statement, I feel, is going to be coming from some of you Virgos in April. I also see you making a concerted effort to pull your energy back and away from anybody you're deeming as negative people, or people carrying negative energy. I see you really thinking, you know what? This one didn't do me any favors. This one's not doing me any good, or they're always negative. I'm pulling my energy back. I do see some of you doing that. I also feel some of you may have a big surprise or some announcement coming to you. If you were trying to get a grant or a loan for something, or a mortgage, I feel you're going to find out you're going to get it. So to me, it looks like you get approved for something, or you're finding out big news. It could be other news, like maybe you're going to get a big tax refund, or some insurance thing paid off for you, and you find out you get a check in the mail unexpectedly. It could be anything like that. And I feel some of you Virgos are going to have the opportunity to buy into something big. So some Virgos that are in the working or business world, or own their own business, or maybe just on a hiatus right now, I feel you may take some money and invest it in something. Could be your own business. Maybe you're like, you know what? I need to be my own boss. I'm going to start my own line, my own company, my own LLC, my own business. Like, I see some of you Virgos thinking that. But I do pick up, for some of you, you're going to be investing your money in something. And for some of you, it's either somebody else's business or yours. I really do feel Virgos are going to feel like, you know what? I've had it with people putting me down and saying negative things to me. I feel like you're sick and tired of it, and you're noticing it, and you're like, I feel like you're, in some regards, you're at your wit's end, or you want to shut down or close some things off. But to me, a lot of it has to do with negative people, negative comments to you coming from other people, that kind of thing. I do feel some of you are going to either receive an award or some kind of acclaim, or somebody is going to be handing you or giving you something special. This could be an award of some sort. It could be a trophy. It could be something like you get the job that you were hoping to get, and it was between you and a couple other people, and you're the one that gets it. I mean, any way that could be like winning something, being awarded something. Even if for some of you, it could be being honored for something as well. That also comes up for April. Next card you have here is the Chariot, and that is change. It can also be having to make a decision or a choice between two things. And it can also mean travel, to me. I got to be honest with you, Virgo. I do feel some of you Virgos are going to find out somebody was lying to you about something. I do feel that coming up in April. This could be coming from your children, your grandchildren, your siblings, your spouse, co-workers, your significant other, friends. I mean, it could go anywhere with this. Because it's a general reading, Virgo, so I can't pinpoint exactly who's lying. It's going to be different for all of you. It feels more strongly to me that there's a relation or family connection to it. So to me, it feels more like anybody that would be related to you by marriage or blood is how it comes up the strongest. I feel like you're going to have words with them over it. I feel that because I'm seeing from Alice in Wonderland, what was she? Was she the Queen of Hearts? I forget what card it was, but she said, off with their heads. I feel like you're going off with their heads. Like that's what I see in my head. So I don't feel like you're going to stand for it, but I don't want you Virgos to get all worried and think now, oh my God, who's this? Because it's a general reading, and as I always say, if these messages are not resonating with you yet in this reading, then I would recommend to watch your rising sign or your moon sign. And you really have to wait till the end of the month. How are you going to know if some people say, that didn't make sense to me, and then later on in the month or next month, they write and say, oh my God, that made sense. So you may have to wait for the month to go by. This could have already happened to you, because your timelines are all going to be different. You don't have the same birthday or birth time or birth city, or birth year. So it's going to vary for all of you Virgos. I see you pouring a lot of energy into yourself, and I see you, it's like you're working on yourself from the inside out. It's almost like you're restructuring and redesigning yourself and your life. Could be things around you too, because I also see when they say that they look around, so it could also be your surroundings. You could be, redoing that in some way or rebuilding it. I feel like your psychic ability and your intuition is going to be high and off the charts, because I hear you saying, I knew that was going to happen, or I saw that in my mind that was going to happen, or I could sense it, or I felt it coming. I feel like your psychic ability in April is going to be very, very high. Pay attention to your intuition, pay attention to your dreams, and pay attention to the signs that you may see around you, what you overhear in someone's conversation in passing in a restaurant or on the bus, or what sign you happen to drive by that has a giant message that's saying something directly to you, or when you turn on the radio, the first song you hear is singing the lyrics of something you need to hear, and numbers. Pay attention to that also. I feel some of you may be a little bit annoyed because you could have somebody say to you, trying to get you to do their dirty work. Somebody else's that's really either not your business, or even if it might be connected to you in some way, you still feel like you're doing somebody else's dirty work. So somebody could ask you to deliver bad news, or ask you to dig a ditch and they don't feel like doing it. I mean, really, doing your dirty work could be a lot of things. You just have to think about how that applies to you. Some of you may see that in April. So the next major arcana card, here's the fourth one out of the four in a row that were major. You have strength. That to me is having to access your inner courage and inner strength. It can be having strength and courage over adversity. It can be taming a savage beast in you or in someone else. It can also be spiritual power over the material world. I feel like you're going to put on a big show and a big performance in some way. This could be on TV, on the radio. It could be on YouTube. It could be within your family. Maybe you're going to make some dramatic performance in front of your family. It could even be something like that. The guides do say there's certain things in your life you need to stop kidding yourself and lying to yourself about. Now, I have no idea what that is, because that's what they said before they said you were going to make this big performance. I do feel that you have a bone of contention in you, that you feel that there have been some things in your life that have transpired unfairly, or either to you or people close to you. I see you looking at unfairness and really resenting it, and having it like stick in your craw, like you're mad about it. It's disturbing you. But it could be unfairness to others, to different races of people, to different religions, to different sexes of people, or it could be to you or your own family. But I see you focusing on that unfairness and injustices in April. I feel some of you are, they say the learning curve is great and you're going to be building up a business. Some of you are going to be building up a business. Now, maybe you already have one, you're just going to build it more. But if you don't have one yet, some of you that have had that idea in your head, I feel you're going to follow through and do it. I do feel that it's time to let go of an old relationship that hurt you or wounded you. That you may say, what's she talking about? I broke up with that one 10 years ago. But you may still be holding it in somehow. Like when you interact with someone new or a different relationship after that, you probably aren't noticing it, but you may be carrying some wounds over that then you play out with your next partner, or just if you're single, play out in other ways. So just think on that, because I feel some Virgos have someone that's hurt them very deeply, that they may have thought it's disconnected or they've shaken it off. But personally, in this reading, the way the guides are saying it to me, I don't feel you fully have yet. Or maybe mentally you have, but maybe emotionally and spiritually they're still stuck there. So it's a hard thing to get rid of. I can't give you a cure-all. You have to research your own ways to cut that out of your life and to get it out. Many things can do it, but I don't have time to talk about any here because I've got to keep reading the last two cards. I do feel like some kind of strange development formulating for you, but I feel this person is new. And I feel it's strange because for some reason it takes you off guard. It's almost like there's kismet and your kindred spirits. Now, for some of you, that could be love. For others of you, this could be a friendship that forms, a coworker. I don't know. You just have to see how that's going to play out, Virgo. Here you have Four of Swords as your last of the 5 cards. This is your only minor arcana card in the whole entire reading. And this to me means a pause, a meditative state, a recuperation from an illness, a resting phase. 4 of Swords. I see this more like you have to put your thinking cap on and going into a think tank mode. I feel that you're going to be doing a lot of strategizing in April and trying to come up with workable, viable solutions to not only things in your life or any kinks or bugs in a business or work situation, but also for other people that are close to you. I see you problem solving. You could be doing it for elderly parents or for your children or grandchildren or siblings, or anybody else you care about, because I see you're not just thinking about yourself, your own life. It is part of your life, but for some of you, you're even coming up with solutions for other people to say, hey, you know what? I got this great idea to how you can get out of this situation you're in, or what you can do to make more money. Like, you're going to be helping people with your advice. I see you doing that, and shedding light on things for other people. Maybe you do that for a living. Maybe you do psychic readings or tarot readings or mediumship or any kind of Reiki healing or any other types of healing energy work, aura clearing, chakra balancing, hypnotism or reincarnation, past life regression, anything like that. But it could be just on your own. you don't have to be doing that as a career. You could be doing this just because your intuition and your psychic ability is going to be very high in April. Some of you may be contemplating surgery. You may need some kind of implant of some sort. This could be, it could be anything that could be implanted, breast implants, but it may be more like something you actually have to get for a medical reason implanted. Because I see some of you like thinking about surgery. It might be knee surgery for some of you. It could be shoulder surgery for some of you. But I do see they use the words implants specifically here. I feel like you're going to have a great deal of pressure put on you about that in case you are one of the Virgos considering that, but I wouldn't recommend you doing it while Mercury's in retrograde, which is all of this month pretty much of April. So I would wait till mid-May until you consider doing that. If you can put off any kinds of, especially if it's cosmetic or minor surgery, if you can put it off, I would recommend it. I see you coming out of April as feeling like your old self again, like revitalized and refreshed. So even though there were good things in this reading, I do see them, but you have some, I don't want to say contentious, but that's the only word I can think of here to explain that some things are going to rile you up by other people, and some situations on your part may be confronted. But I see you getting awarded something. I see you getting good news. I see you getting a raise or getting the approval for a loan or a grant coming to you, or a mortgage or a student loan. I see you getting approved. I see you getting, I do see you getting good news here. Some of you may start to feel when you're leaving April or at the end of April, like you need to get back into the swing of life. Maybe some of you have sequestered yourself away or stepped back from socializing and have been spending a lot of time to yourself for a while. And those of you that makes sense to, I feel you Virgos will be thinking about, like, I've been out of the game too long, or I've been isolated too long, or I need to socialize and talk to more people, but not the people that have annoyed you and are negative. Those you're going to be stepping away from and realizing a lot of things, even your own faults that you maybe don't normally see. I see them coming to the surface and you recognizing some of those as well. So I hope this reading was of help to you. I certainly hope it made sense. I want to thank you so much for liking, sharing, and watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing and for Google Plusing. I do truly appreciate that. And please subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. If you would like to get a continuation of this reading, Virgo, where I look into my crystal for April 2017 and get additional messages from my spirit guides for you, you can access these videos for download and purchase by clicking on the link below in the Show More section, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for April 2017 crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac. Also, if you're interested in getting a special reading that I recorded that is titled New Beginnings and Endings, Psychic Tarot and Crystal Reading for each sign of the zodiac for the year of 2017, you can access these also below this video, because there's another link below and it will take you to those videos on Vimeo. Those are 20-minute long videos, and I'm pulled cards from the two different tarot decks, one for new beginnings, the one for endings, and then I concluded the reading with the crystal. So if you're interested in those, you can also go to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Click on the videos tab on my menu. It's a drop-down menu. Go to page 9, and there you will see the headings for these videos I discussed here. You click on your sign, and it will take you to those videos on Vimeo. I hope you have an absolutely amazing April, Virgo, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.